Good morning, good morning. We are in Tooele, Utah. Fixing to leave here shortly. Nice balmy 68 degrees. Took a while to clean the windshield this morning from the suicidal insects. I'd say every bit of 20 minutes. Of course, I did do my my doors inside and out, and the mirrors. And the lenses. But I did not get the fender mirrors, which I use a lot. Once you start using them, and you know how to use them, you wonder how could you have gone so long without using them. Out of bean to cup coffee. It's kind of late morning, about 10 o'clock. We're here at the Pilot. Just took a shower, got ourselves all up and ready to rock and roll today. Heading to, where are we headed? We are headed to Sacramento, California. We're cruising by the Bonneville Salt Flats. We are right next to Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake. I don't know what it is about this area right here, these two truck stops. I mean, look at this, see this? O-Q-U-I-R-R-H. Oh, Kurt! Something like that. My daughters do that. What are you doing? Like, oh, Kurt! I can't do it, but they can do it. Some kind of fad, I guess. I don't know, but it looks like somebody named their hotel after it. Motel. Anyway, I don't know what the deal is with this area right here, but you come in with full bars on your Verizon 4G wireless or cellular. You sit there, it goes down to barely one. No matter where you park in either one of them parking lots. There's the Salt Lake in front of us. Those guys are right next to each other on the same bike. They've got to be 6 feet apart. This corner right here can get you because it's a little bit tight compared to the other parts of the same curve. The V would handle it with no problem at all. It'd actually be kind of fun, but trucks, no. Even though we're light, we could have taken that a lot faster than we just did, but we're in no hurry. We're about 8.5 hours away from Sacramento. We're just starting our day. And so we should be there about 6 o'clock tonight, 7 o'clock. Oh, minus an hour, 6 o'clock. So we'll just take our sweet time. Maybe we might try to do a little fishing in Cali. I don't know. maybe Nevada, but I doubt Nevada, unless it's over by Reno, the Truckee River. Can't stop and gamble a little bit, play a few games just to kill some time because everything's shut down. Show club, girls, girls, girls. Your best bet. Wendover open till 6 a.m. Yeah. We're gonna go to the right to these mountain ranges. We're right in front of us, but we lazy Susan till about 2 o'clock. Lazy Susan over to that area over there. That's where we're gonna go through this mountain range. .70-mile-per-hour construction zone speed limit. Gotta love it. I think Utah's pretty much the only one that does that. Like, some places take you down to 40 miles an hour. I suppose it all depends, but looks like they're building a on-ramp, off-ramp, overpass. There's a Walmart DC over here in front of us. I've been to it one time. Made a delivery there. Or maybe it was our pickup, I don't remember. Sometimes we do pick up from the DC, but it's not product, it'd be like pallets or something like that. Yeah, it looks like an on-ramp, off-ramp. Here's your on-ramp. We just got off one just like it. Seems pretty tall. Overpass right here, but I guess this might be one of them routes that lets you haul oversized loads, so they'd have to keep the clearance on it, maybe. Sort of had a tough bit of my day yesterday. I just had to do a half-hour break, the government-mandated Obama break, and I only say that because he was president when they enacted it, so don't get all bothered by it. So I stopped to visit my daughters and my granddaughters, and I got to see my new grandbaby. But my oldest granddaughter was like, she wanted me to stay. And I told her, I go, baby, I have to go back to work. She's like, no, I want you to stay. I go, I would love to, but I have to go back to work. So that's the bit of a hard time I had yesterday. Other than that, it was pretty good. Got the AC on about halfway, 65 degrees, cruising on a flat, wide open highway. So my tripod mount is broken. I need to purchase another one because I can't really fix it. Plastic pieces broke off. But I do have it jury rigged and it actually seems to be working okay. If not, maybe even better. I just don't know. We'll see how it goes through the day. So I know a lot of people in Salt Lake used to go out here to Wendover. We still do. It's not right now because they're closed. But they would come over there to do a little gambling and to get beer and stuff while they're there. Full strength beer because I guess you couldn't get it in Utah. They'd go over to Idaho and Wyoming. Maybe sometimes they'd go to Colorado over to Grand Junction, Fruita. My sister lives in Vegas and she joined the protest they had, it was either yesterday or the day before, protesting to go back to work. I told her I support you 100% in doing that. It's like Vegas is totally the service industry and it's completely shut down. There's Morton Salt ahead of us, just to the right there. Some of these guys, you pass them and they want you to they flicker their lights at you. It really pisses me off. Most of them use the high beam, so you kind of look in your mirror and then boom, they hit you with their high beams. It's like, dude, just turn your lights off and back on. You don't need to hit your high beams, but it's easier and convenient, so that's why they do it. But a lot of them want you to move right back over as soon as you clear their bumper. I do not like that and choose not to. If there was someone behind me, I would, but there's nobody behind us. So now we're a good couple truck lengths ahead of that guy. We'll move on over. But you will find there is courteous drivers out there who will just turn their lights off at night when you pass them. You're clear now to get over. And there is a bit of a depth perception problem. A lot of times I'm thinking I'm really close to backing into the trailer that's back behind me, facing the other way. I'm backing up to park for the evening, and okay, that's close enough, and then I go back there and look, and I'm 5 feet from the other trailer. Like, man, I thought I was like a foot, not no 5 foot, so there's a bit of an issue there, but it's something you get acclimated to it. I know this girl told me one time she was training, she was with an older guy. She kind of looked like a younger guy, but she's a pretty cool chick. She's all like, "You've been driving for a long time, huh?" Oh, yeah. "What's this, like, are you training with this guy?" She goes, "Yeah." "What's the secret to backing up? Or what can you tell me that'll help me?" Which is pretty cool, because she was looking for as much information and from different people that she could get, so she could come up with her own method, if you will. And I just told her, I go, your axles back there, the tandems, are your pivot point. So let's say you're backing up into a slot. If you're cutting your trailer in and those tandems are still in front of the tractor that's next to you, you're going to hit them. But if you're pivoting, turning basically, and your axles are right at his corner, then you're okay. You want to pivot there really hard, because then, you know, your axles, they move a little bit, of course. Not, I mean, roll, move. And I go, you can just use your axles as your pivot point. That's where, like a spindle, if you're you know, at a top or something spinning, that's your center, even though it's way back there. But if you're backing straight up, just back up straight up. Trailer goes to the left, turn your steering wheel to the left. Trailer goes to the right, turn your steering wheel to the right. Go back straight up. I don't know how that popped into my head with her asking me that. I think it's the same back in the trailer. It just popped into my head. There's the Great Salt Lake out there with some salt mines. Last time I went through here, there's a rest area, and literally you can walk out there and it was just all salt crystals. But the last time I was there, I drove by it, it was water. It was probably only an inch or two of water, but it was water. And some people were standing, I don't know, maybe 1,000 feet away from the rest area, standing out there in the water in the salt bed. A few suicidal insects hit the windshield, but not too many. Looks like the breeze is starting to kick up a bit. We don't want to deal with that too much, being 2,000-pound load. High wind area. So that place we just passed a while back was Morton Salt. That's food grade. I don't know if they have food grade up here ahead of us. I'm sure they probably do, but they have all different types of salt. Oh, they do have food grade, because we would pick up salt here pick it up here and take it to Purina in Flagstaff, Arizona. We don't do that anymore. Still haul salt from there once in a while, we just don't go to Purina. The one behind us was Morton, and this one's Cargill, exit 77. Basically 77 miles from the Nevada border. So they got some kind of construction thing going on here now. Oh, that tripod. Actually, I forgot. I have a Velcro strap that I set up to stop that from happening. That seems to work better. I forgot I had that there. Nice tool. See how it does over this bump. Not bad. one thing about being nice and light, we can take all the hills fairly fast at our speed, or constant speed is what I'm trying to say. Remember when I started driving back in '96 and I worked for Swift. They told me I didn't last very long because I quit. Trucks were governed at 57 miles an hour, and they told me that, I was a rookie. I don't know anything. They're like, well, I go, I don't know if I want to go with Swift. And I think that they got paid extra. They got a cut if they directed a driver to go that way. I could have gone anywhere, I suppose, but I didn't know anything because I was a rookie. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go that slow, 57. You can't make any money doing that. Oh, you'd be lucky if you could log 50 miles an hour average with any company. And I'm like, well, yeah, but if I'm doing 57, I'm going to log like 40, right? Oh, no, you'll still be there about 50, 45, pretty much like everybody else. I didn't think too much. I'm like, okay, whatever, we'll figure this out. No. With this company here, governor at 70 mile an hour, depends where I'm at, where I'm going, I can do 730, sometimes 740, depends on the load, in a day, 11 hours. So if I did 700 and I did it in 10 hours, that's 70 mile an hour average. I think can't do that math off the top of my head right now, but I think it's probably 65, maybe. You're doing 70, so it's all about the money. That's why I'm out here. And it's a cool job, I think. They pay you to go cruise the countryside. It's like, oh yeah. It's better if you have your kids grown. Because I tried it for a while in the beginning, and then I went and drove strictly up in the mountains to raise my kids. I'd be home every night. Which is where I learned how to drive in the snow. But once your kids are grown, and you get out here, and there's a lot of husband and wife teams, which I suppose would be pretty cool. So they've got a car coming up on this guy here. He's barely going over me. My truck has a kill switch on the light, which I just hit. As soon as he put his blinker on, see the old courtesy thank you? As soon as he put his blinker on, I hit the button which killed my headlights. I always run my lights on. Looks like you got some people out there riding their quads and their razors. Over here to the left, they're like all over the place. I see these little piles of dust. How cool is that? What is today? Today's Sunday, yeah, so they're out here just riding their bikes and their quads. Camping same time. That's what I'd be doing. I would, if I couldn't work, I was stuck at home, I would go out in the forests or the desert somewhere. I'd go out and explore. I can't stand just sitting at home. You know, some people don't have a choice and they're stuck at home, and so a lot of them like to watch this channel because of that. And I feel sorry for you, you're stuck at home all the time. It's hard to do, I can imagine. We'll go through these mountains here, and I'll see you in a bit. This is the military area. They hold the exercises here all the time. Waiting for that truck to pass me, but I guess he didn't want to. He's heavier, so when we had that hill, I climbed up right past him. I thought going downhill he was going to go sailing past me, but nope. Then this guy came out of nowhere. This is Utah, west of Salt Lake City. And partly of the lake as well. See on top of the hill. I thought this was the top. Yep. Let Mexican overdrive kick in. Speed limit is 80 mile per hour. We are 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. Hold it, there's 80. 81, put the Jakes on. One thing about that rest area, you can get on the freeway, it is all booty. Don't worry about it, brother. He's over there flashing at me. Back down to our cruising speed. See you in a bit. Here he comes again for more. You ought to be able to walk away from me far enough now that we're on level ground for the most part. We don't get on the level ground until we get to the Salt Flats area, probably about, I don't know, 20 miles. See you when we get there. I don't know if that tower is a working tower or a piece of art. Just when you think you're okay, this car comes flying out of nowhere. See you in a minute. So the last time I went by here, this to the right was underwater, like an inch or two. So I think we'll pull in over here and have a look-see. Get up close and all personal and stuff like that. There's a lot of people out there. WTF. At least there's no water. The salt flats. I don't know what they're doing, really. I think people are just out there walking on it. Walking on it. They're out there having picnics. Every truck is a driver here. There's a spot opening up. Usually you don't see every parking space full during the day light hours. Okay. Set those brakes. Normally it's more white, but I think, like I said, the last time I was out here, it was wet. There's like an inch of water. Some people think they're having picnics out there. This looks like a boat ramp. Actually, more of it is just a car ramp. Crystallization. It is still wet. So I know they can't race sometimes on this stuff, but there's still water in there. Whole lot of quarantiners. Salty, salty. See, it'd be fun to fly a ultralight. How far can you go? Should we take the semi out here? No, I don't think so. Should have got my sunglasses on. The more it dries, the more crystallized it gets. do that, and then you can pause it if you want to read it. Snapchat. Riding an electric scooter. These guys are getting a portrait done. Say salt. Man, a lot of them trucks cleared out of here. Oh, Bessie. I'll show you what I mean. It seems like a waste, but that's what it is. Now those are some siping. And these are the baldies. Still legal depth-wise, but they're no good. Not anymore. Okay, I suppose it's time to get back to work. Oops. Thought the truck was moving to the left of me, but it wasn't. It was me. Actually, it was us. Ready we get back to work. He should know better. He knows he's slow. maybe he doesn't know he's slow. Yeah, I'm sure they'll let that dry out a lot more before they actually do any racing on the salt flat, and also it gets a lot whiter when it dries more, like super bright. Okay, so keep this video from being too dang long, we'll call it a wrap. This is the 26th of April 2020. Time is 12:11. Not 11:12, 12:11. We'll get some more later on today. We'll stop, clean out suicidal insects so that we have a nice clear, crystal clear view. Till the next time, I hope you enjoy. Peace!